Alright, watcher, welcome back. Tiger Rat 10, just an interim this one. Wasn't planned, this came about today. Going to work, I thought this was great. I can move on, do chainmail now, but no, this isn't finished. I want to move on from it because I'll never come back to it. The bash plate's grounding on the left-hand bends because it's a little bit cockeyed. The left-hand side is a bit lower than the right. That's purely because that's the way, when it was all welded and tacked together, it was sitting perfectly. I could have moved it so it was dead straight, welded it, then it would have buckled when you release it all. So this way it's nice and relaxed. There's no buckling or twisting in it. It's a nice solid piece. But that means it's a little bit cockeyed this side, and that's what's grounded here. Just show you what I mean. Coming in on a left-hand bend, I found a little skip, just scratching a little bit. So decided to do the old trick of grounding it in nice and hard. And it's when the foot peg touches. I can get a foot peg down on the right hand side of the bike and nothing there touches. That's all completely safe, no problem. That's nothing, that's just paint where I've touched it, putting it back on. This on the other hand is going in hard, and I deliberately ground it in, punched it into the ground as hard as I could to make a dent in it, and also at the same time scuff it to see the angle. And what I mean by that is this. I can now, because that's a good flat scuff, I can lay the ruler on it and I can see there, that's the longitudinal plane. That effectively there represents the ground. So that ruler is where the ground is. That's how the bash plate relates to the ground when it makes contact, like that. And the same laterally across the bash plate. Let it find its own edge. There it is. That represents the lateral edge. That's the angle of the ground. This, as you can see, is still quite close, so a bit of this has got to come out because it's too close. But that side, there, if I was worried about this corner touching after I've expressed, because basically I've got to cut that out, express that in a bit so that there's more clearance. And then would that, you ask yourself the question, would that cause a problem with that one, then grounding afterwards? Well, you can put that ruler across it and I can tell straight away that's the angle of the ground, because that's the angle of the scuff. And there you are, that is miles away. That will not be a problem. As the ground touches, it's this edge. So what I've got to do is fundamentally come out there like that and put a flat piece in instead, and that will then make that correct. It will give me quite a lot of ground clearance back and make the bike just a little bit safer. So let's get cutting.
staring back at you. If you knew I cared, would you feel the way I'm feeling too?
Right, let's give you a quick look. Complete change of plan. Started dealing with it. Felt I was going to cut like a circle out and weld a flat plate on, like I said at the beginning, but in the meantime I just thought I'd groove along there, chisel it in, bend those sides right up and actually make it a little bit more faceted. The idea is now that this offending section here is now something like 1.5 inches in from where it was, yeah, so that was kind of here, that's now 1.5 inches further in. This was nowhere near the ground. It was actually, as you lean it over, it was grinding more back this way and less towards the front, so the thing slopes down towards the back, so blah blah blah. And all I've done is slice that. It's pretty obvious really, you can see what I've done. I just sliced it through there, bent it in, and then made a kind of fill-in panel just ground in there, and that will fill quite nicely. All I've got to do now is let the panel sealer just go off a little bit, then you can smooth it down slightly, just rub it down, goes up plasticine, then you can rub it down, stops getting so tacky, and then I can whack a coat of paint, bolt it on the bike. Let's crack on. Let's give you a final look, man. So that's the sum total of it. I've had to push that in, and I think it kind of sits a bit better. It looks better, it doesn't stick out so much. Where are we? Even down there, that's it. That looks a lot better. Kind of like that little step, just looks a bit quirky, and I know for a fact that won't ground because that grounds first, and once that goes down, stop leaning, yeah, far enough. The tyres haven't got much more after that anyway. So there we are. I have 3 hours faffing about, but it does look a lot better for it. Right, run out of time again tonight. No doubt I'll do a bit more on it. It's just evolving. It looks great now, that way it hugs the motor underneath. That's exactly the shape it should be. It feels right. Those little lips that stick out now that I've created, I think I might box them in just to give it a little bit more function. Don't know. All for the future. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, right? See you next time.